Hi everyone, I'm Melissa Duran. Welcome to Trending Vegas. We're talking about the big stories you're seeing on your social media channels in recent weeks. I'm joined by a portion of the city's social media team, including Jace Radke and Shane Savanapriti, and our local social media influencer and foodie, Samia Jakubowicz.
Hi.
Did I say that right?
You did.
Yes. We're going to call her Sammy,
Sammy
or
works.
AKA Closet Fat Girl. Her name, not mine. That's your Instagram.
It is. It is.
Okay, so talk to me a little bit about your Instagram following, because you have thousands and thousands of followers and you focus on food.
Yeah, it's wild. I started my account probably 2 years before I moved to Vegas. I've been here for about 4 years. And I just went to like one foodie meetup and it just kind of spiraled from there. Nickname's been Closet Fat Girl since college. My friends would
Really?
always call me. Yeah, my husband actually started it. I met him in college.
Have you just been a foodie all your life?
Yeah, like I would be like taco night at my apartment, like where are we gonna go eat on the weekends? And in college, people are like, where are we gonna go drink? And I was like, no, where are we gonna go eat?
Oh, okay.
So for sure, just a really big part of my life.
Your videos are pretty amazing. This is for National Churro Day, which is delicious. I mean, check this out, guys.
They're awesome.
I mean, it makes me want to go and just have lunch right now. So how did you, I guess, do you think it was a bit of just how you approached it, or did you get lucky and the timing was right in the market? Because so many people try to do what you're doing and are unsuccessful at it. What made you successful, do you think?
I think it's like a combination of it all. So I think that I definitely got lucky with the timing. And I think that the group that we all work together with, we work together amazingly. And we all support each other. So I'm a big fan of teamwork makes the dream work. Mm-hmm. And I think that coupled with luck, timing, and how I approach it, we all try to be unique and research, and I think there's a passion behind it, and hopefully that translates to the people that follow me.
Well, absolutely. Closet Fat Girl, if you're interested in following Sammy, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, guys, a lot of great topics. We're going to start with the most recent trending topic. 4 people were shot in Toronto in the middle of the Toronto Raptors championship celebration. 2 million people were in attendance, and there are reports that about 50,000 people were in the immediate vicinity of the shooting. You can imagine the panic and stampede this caused. Here's a look. This is cell phone video. You can just see all these people running. There were a lot of those injured during the stampede. That number hasn't come out just yet. Now, this is new video that I found actually this morning, and this is allegedly the suspect as police took him down. One of the suspects. So it's really interesting because as the video goes on, more and more police officers show up, and they have to keep the crowd back because the crowd wants to go after this person. So you can see the crowd starting to gather. And then, of course, there's this. I was in the middle of that. People weren't beating up each other. People were getting trampled on. So trampling, the big issue. And I just, it is so sad. Toronto's never had an NBA championship, correct?
Correct.
Mm-hmm. And this is a huge celebration, and
Sure.
It's ruined. Another open air event. What do you think about this, just as an outsider looking in for this event?
Yeah, I think it's unfortunate. It definitely put, to say the least, a damper on their celebration. I, for one, I'm just not a fan of big crowds just because of this reason alone anywhere. Yeah, I think it's super unfortunate, and
Yeah.
I don't know how, what you could do to get that under control.
I really don't know what you do to get it under control either. Sammy and I were talking before we started taping, and as a parent, I don't know if it's just a parent thing, but I won't go into these big crowds anymore, and that's just my preference. It doesn't mean that it's unsafe. It doesn't mean that it just means I'm a little bit more hesitant about what kind of situations I put myself in. Shane, Jace, what are you guys seeing on social?
I mean, this is, I came from LA. We riot if we win, we riot if we lose. So, I mean, the sad part is, you're talking about the new normal. I knew so many people that said, I was supposed to go to the Harvest Festival. Mm-hmm. I was supposed to be there. My friend was supposed to be there. Everybody here was touched by, 1 degree of separation, if not there personally, with the shooting that happened here. I mean, the fact that you always have to wonder that now when you ever get a crowd of people. I mean, it breaks you into a cold sweat because now you cannot just have a parade and think everything's going to be okay. You always have to wonder in the back of your mind, if something going to happen?
Right, and at the same time, we cannot sit back and just not enjoy life and
Right.
celebrate these huge events and enjoy those beautiful outdoor concerts. It's not realistic and it's not fair to us. We have to keep living. Jace, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I saw on social a lot of people were saying the officials there and the police handled it pretty well. You got to remember, Toronto's a city of 3 million people. So 2/3 of the city were out there for this,
Yeah.
which is crazy. And so it almost becomes an equation, a math problem. When you have that many people, it just takes a couple idiots or people doing something they shouldn't do. And I agree, it can be scary. I think back to October 1st here and what the mayor said, which was, she said that our city will not be defined by these acts. In other
Right.
words, like, we're going to continue to be Las Vegas and do the things we are going to do. But again, like you said, Melissa, as a parent, there's a balance there between
Yeah.
living your life, but also being practical and thinking about safety.
Should I do this?
Yeah. Right.
And we do have to talk about Las Vegas because this past weekend there was a false shooting report at the Fremont Street Experience Nelly concert at FSCLV, ruined for many because of the false shooting report. And then this person posted, seen people posting videos running away from the Nelly concert, Fremont Street, Las Vegas, because of a shooting scare made my stomach turn. Now, this was a scare. There was no shooting. And I do want to point out that city marshals, Metro, other law enforcement agencies, they have stepped up security in places like this,
Yeah.
especially for big events, outdoor concerts. There's supposed to be more outdoor concerts, I think, at Fremont Street coming up. So it's these cities have to just step up. Las Vegas has done a really great job of stepping up. I think it was a lot of eye-opening when October 1st happened, unfortunately, but it can happen. Even false reports can cause stampedes.
Sure.
And for me, that's what's upsetting. What do you think about the
Yeah, I
false
mean,
reports?
Yeah, no, I mean, I think it definitely takes away from experiences. And so we talk about, we have to go on and live our lives. Again, like as a parent, me personally, I choose to not frequent places with large crowds because it makes me nervous. It does. And it's even just hearing something that might jar me or give me anxiety, like my first intuition is like, what's going on? I need to be near an exit. So I probably,
Right.
for me, I just have to stay away. I have friends like, let's go to Life is Beautiful. Let's go do these things. And I just can't
Right.
sometimes bring myself to enjoy them.
Yeah, that's the bad and good part about social media is that no matter how good Metro is at securing the actual scene, information and disinformation can spread so quickly on social media that it's going to affect a lot of people, and Metro can't do anything about that, even if they
Right.
have the actual scene secured. So
Absolutely. Well,
big danger difference these days.
absolutely. And, thankfully, well, not thankfully, I mean, what do you say? Thankfully, only 4 were hurt? Sad
Right.
4 were hurt? There's just no right thing to say. So let's move on to the next topic, and that is the topic of soccer. Once again, Las Vegas could be on the verge of getting an MLS team. The question is, who's going to get it? Here we go. Bill Foley is interested in bringing MLS to Las Vegas. Mayor Carolyn Goodman now has competition facing her downtown soccer-only stadium proposal. Here's this tweet by lvsportsbiz.com. What's your take on MLS team in downtown Las Vegas or at Raider Stadium? City is pursuing MLS team and soccer stadium in downtown, and Golden Knights exploring MLS team for Las Vegas at Raider Stadium. And then it just kind of goes on and on. Major League Soccer wants to hear more about Las Vegas. And then this one, it's more than just a stadium. The Cashman area desperately needs redevelopment. So just want to get your thoughts on this. Sammy, I'm going to start with you because we're all city employees. So I just want to I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts about an MLS team coming to town? Do you think Las Vegas could support it? And where would you like to see it?
Ooh.
And there's also no pressure on how you answer this question.
Except don't answer wrong.
Right. So, what are your guys' answers so I can make that in alignment with? I mean, look, I love how we had the hockey team come here, the Vegas Knights, the Raiders are coming. I'm from South Florida. I love sports, and I think it's great to have it here. I don't know the logistics of it or how that would be implemented as far as like space or where it would go.
Right.
I mean, I think it would be great to. I love how Vegas is really embracing sports, and the city has really embraced having it here, and I think it's a great way that people connect. Sports is always, to me, I'm a huge football fan, and I just love that camaraderie.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah, okay, I'm a city employee, but I'm going to say this separately. If I can, I might get in trouble for it. But I actually love the idea of soccer in downtown Las Vegas. I feel like the city of Las Vegas has done a great job taking a chance on the Las Vegas lights. Brett Lashbrook has done an amazing job of just getting the crowds out there, just getting this excitement about that. And I feel like it's a great thing for the city of Las Vegas to have a soccer-only stadium. I am excited about an MLS team. I'm also concerned over the competition because could this be another back and forth and then nobody gets it?
Right.
That's my concern, Chase.
Well, I think whenever you're talking about major league sports and pro sports teams, what you want is to build momentum. And so I think this is a win-win for the residents here because you've got the mayor pursuing this, you've got the very successful Bill Foley with the Knights pursuing this, the Raiders ownership could get involved. We've got a new stadium going in on the Strip. The MLS prefers soccer-only stadiums. They're a little smaller. The Raiders Stadium holds a lot more people, too many for an MLS franchise, some would say. So there's a lot of moving parts here and a lot of negotiation, not to mention we still have to get an expansion franchise from the MLS. And
There's that small thing.
There's other cities like Sacramento and St. Louis who are in the mix there as well. So a lot to be decided, but I think the takeaway for the citizens here is these are big-time movers and shakers working on this, and that looks good for it to actually happen. Where it goes, we'll see. But
I don't know.
Yeah,
You never know.
St. Louis has been waiting.
there's
for
also a
one long
30th.
time.
So there's 2 teams, but there's talk of them going to 30 teams, which would make a 3rd team available.
Oh my gosh,
So-
you guys. This is so complex.
But even without MLS, that stadium, that redevelopment that they showed at council is going to be beautiful with the shopping, the apartments, the food.
Yeah.
I mean, the rendering is gorgeous.
I think we need it down there. It would be nice down in that area. Okay, guys, we're going to keep with soccer, actually. We're going to have to talk about the USA women's soccer and their game against Thailand. They won 13-0, and people were furious. They ran up the score. There was so much back and forth on this on social. Here's a look at some of it. First, this is the first USA goal of the World Cup. And then this. Okay. I've been thinking about this a lot today. USA 13, Thailand 0. In the US, there is a mercy rule where a youth soccer team can't win by more than 7 goals. What message does 13-0 send to those young soccer players?
Oh, come
Okay, there's this one. Time for girls to admit they were wrong. Scoring 13 goals wasn't the issue. Basically, playing hurry-up soccer and over-energetically celebrating goals when the game was long done was. It was embarrassing and classless. I love this team, but they were wrong. Okay. U.S. women's team, keep balling out. Win every game by as many goals as you can. Every little girl and every soccer player deserves your best. You've worked your tails off, dreamt of this moment for your life. Enjoy it, celebrate it, you've earned it. And then I just had to throw in this GIF because this just makes me laugh. Stop, he's already dead. So I thought that was just so funny. But you guys, I'm going to go in and start this one. I mean, they're professionals.
Right.
Let them run up the score.
For sure.
Let them do their thing. For many, it was their first goal at a women's World Cup. Like, why are we taking this away from them? Why are we scolding them? It makes me so mad. And I'm not a soccer person in terms of points, but couldn't those points help them in the end if there's ties? That's my understanding. I don't understand why people shame other people. It is my So, Shane, let me start with you. What did you think about that? What's your thoughts?
There's a lot going on with this women's team. It's one of the most successful teams in soccer history, male or female, and one of the best players in the world from Norway, women's players. She has sat out the last World Cup and this World Cup because of the inequality there. So I think they're trying to send a message that's more than just this one game, and they're playing. They're not trying to humiliate anybody, but you want to play. You want to be a professional, and you're there to win. So,
Right. Sammy, your thoughts?
I agree with both of you. I think that if they were to do this mercy rule or slow down their game just because they were winning, I think it's almost disrespectful to the Thai team. I think you show up, this is the World Cup, and you play your best. And I think, would we be having this conversation if this was like the men's soccer team?
No, we would not.
Tom Brady runs up the score, no
we
one
might
says
be
anything.
losing.
Oh,
13 to
girl! Sammy has a great point. If Tom Brady did this, no one would be saying
No one would say
anything to
anything.
him. You're absolutely
yeah,
right.
and nobody compares the NBA teams to their kids' teams. Like, I don't know why
Right.
they're
That's
saying like, oh, the youth team.
It is ridiculous.
This has happened before too. I'm an old man, so let me turn back the clock to 1992. In Barcelona, we had the NBA Dream Team with Magic
yeah.
Johnson,
In my
Larry
day.
Bird. Yeah, back in my day. Those guys won by an average of 43 points a game, okay? But fast forward, what happened? It's a competition. The world was playing the best. The world got better. In 2004, we sent a Dream Team over with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Tim Duncan, bronze medal. They lost.
Yeah.
So the world's only going to get better from this.
That's true.
And that's what
Right.
competition is
Someone
about.
always has to be the best.
Just happens to be the women's
Yeah.
USA soccer team
Yeah,
right now.
go women.
All right, guys, we ran out of time. Sammy, thank you so much for
Thank
being
you for
here.
having me.
All right, guys, the city of Las Vegas has put a lot of effort into building up our medical district. When we come back, we're going to take you inside the newest cancer center to open their doors. We'll be right back.
Papa!
Well, it's always exciting to hear of new medical centers opening their doors here in Nevada because the need is so great. Optum Care Cancer Center is the newest facility offering a range of services. I'm joined now by Dr. Russell Gollard, medical director for the center. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Gollard.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So for those who, they've probably driven by it, correct? Where are you
Yes.
all located and what are you guys exactly?
Yes. Well, we are at the corner of Rancho and Charleston in the newly revamped medical district. We are part of a historic building which was originally built as part of Southwest Medical in the 1970s. And there was a 2-year complete remodeling of the building, putting together the new Optum Care Cancer Care Center. It's 55,000 square feet and absolutely gorgeous.
I exactly know where you're talking about. It's right across the street from that Chase Bank, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So what kind of services do you all offer?
Well, we offer full medical oncology and hematology services, including consultative services, laboratory analysis. We also offer infusion services. That is, we give chemotherapy on site and give immune therapy as well, some of the newer drugs. We also have a clinical trials office that we've been
Okay.
developing, and we're enrolling some of our first patients right now, and we really hope to get that up and fully running and fully operational fairly soon. We've recently opened a second phase as well, which involves radiology services within the building itself, as well as breast care. That is diagnostic services, and we actually have breast surgeons that work there as well.
You know, I listen to all these services offered, and it makes me so happy to hear that more services are offered, because even though we have, you know, radiology and other places where you go in town, the wait is always so long. It just seems like we're stretched so thin in Southern Nevada. What have you all seen in terms of need? Are people grateful? I'm sure they're grateful you're here.
I think people are very, very happy that we've put everything together. We would like to get to a point where it's one-stop shopping. People can come in for diagnosis, for recommendations, and for therapy. We know that Southern Nevada is sorely underserved and has been for some time, and to that end we hope to fill a need, and at the very least provide people in our wonderful city another choice, so they don't have to go to the airport or go out of state for what they feel is good care.
And were you seeing that with maybe some of your patients, and were they going out of state for care?
Yeah, many people still feel that the best care they can get is at a regional center in another state, and that's fine. However, what we would like to be able to do is offer another choice right here in Nevada, which is fully collaborative with other centers when we need to have that, but we'd like to offer everything here that is indeed offered in other states.
You know, I think a big concern is that when you hear that people go out of town for care, a lot of people think, well, is there not care here for us in Nevada? What if I can't afford to go out of town? What if there are a lot of questions that come up? But as you're a medical professional, Can people get the same quality care here in Southern Nevada that they can in California or Arizona?
Yes, I think they can. I mean, there are some services which are still not provided here in town. For instance, stem cell transplants for adults. That's something that we still need to refer out of town for.
Right.
However, many of the kinds of chemotherapy and immune therapy that are offered here in town are the very same things that are offered in other cities.
I really love the idea of having everything in one place. That has to cut down on time waiting for patients as well.
I think I think it does, and I think what I think has been so horrendous in the past is that people feel that they're being sent all over town. They're on a wild goose chase to get studies done, to see specialists, and we would like to expand to the point where we have a true center, so we can work like the Mayo Clinic, and people can move from floor to floor, see the specialists they need to see, and get the diagnosis done, get the treatment recommended, and then get on with their life.
What is the process to get into your center? I mean, what insurances do you work with? All of them, or?
No, there are some insurances we still do not take, but we do take most products that are offered here in town. Certainly those within the scope of Southwest Medical and United Healthcare Group.
That's a big group. Those are huge groups.
Yes, absolutely. And then most Medicare products, Medicare and supplements.
Now, you all are right in the center or right by our medical district.
Yes.
Was there something that attracted you all to this area, or did you just know that the medical district is where you needed to be?
Well, I think philosophically that, you know, the way things have happened in the past, and not just in Las Vegas, but in other cities, things expand outward to the suburbs. So oftentimes physicians will get their training in the center of town and then move to the suburbs. So there's this continuous movement out of the center of the city, and the center of the city is used for training physicians, but the care is concentrated in peripheral areas. Right. We wanted to help in the revitalization of our wonderful downtown. I mean, there's an arts district, there certainly is an original Las Vegas off the strip where this wonderful city initially developed, and having a medical district here right next to UMC where much of the training of medical students, residents, fellows goes on. We think it's just an absolutely fabulous opportunity, and we want to be part of it.
We are excited that you are here in the city of Las Vegas. Anything else you'd like to add about the center? Tell our guests before we go.
Sure. We are growing. We will have surgical oncology, I should say more surgical oncology within our building soon. There will be more clinical trials. We will have a wonderful resource library. We have genetics counseling as well. So we have many exciting offerings, and we really want to be able to treat people, get them better, and make cancer something they go through and leave behind.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Doctor.
No, thank you.
All right, when we come back, look at some of the viral videos getting all your attention.
Caring for a family member can be challenging and lead to countless questions for them and for you. Find articles, tips, and tools from experts and others who have been in your place. The Caregiving Resource Center at aarp.org/caregiving.
All right, everyone, so many great videos that have come out in the last few weeks. Shane shared this one with me, and it was a tearjerker.
All right, if you could watch the game anywhere in the world tomorrow, anywhere in the world, where would you watch your boys play Game 7?
Boston.
What if I told you the Blues called and they want you at the game?
What? How?
Doctor said it's okay.
No, he didn't.
Mommy, no, he didn't. Oh my God. That is a tear jerker of a video. Shane, it was your turn to make us cry.
Yeah, you're always
I know.
picking the videos that make me cry. So.
Well, this is going to make you cry too because this was actually tweeted out by Sportsnet right after they won the Stanley Cup.
This is unreal. Unreal. You're the best. You are the best. Unreal. Thanks for coming.
And the little girl is crying, and then I'm gonna play a little
you're
bit
crying.
more. No, yeah. And then a little later, the video goes on, and and then she gets to kiss the Stanley Cup. It's just such an emotional video.
And for anybody that hasn't seen this or understands the story, she's got a rare immune disease where she can't leave the house, but the doctors cleared her just to watch this one game, and it was just.
Which was Game 7, and they won on the road in Game 7. Pretty amazing.
I mean, if the Golden Knights can't do it, then this is the team that should win.
Absolutely.
Not San Jose.
No. Look at how hard he hugged her right there, right? Forgetting he was hugging a little girl.
She's got a concussion now, but
but
she's
so
happy.
they called her their lucky charm. So such a beautiful video. Okay, guys. Let's move on to this next video. I actually picked this video. Shane also picked this video. You've probably seen it. It's received millions and millions of views. It's simple. A dad having a conversation with his baby over the Empire finale. Let's take a look.
Oh, not this one. This is the grand finale of this. Yeah, that's the last one. That's what I was wondering. I don't know what they're gonna do next season because they did some stuff this time. Exactly what I was thinking. Oh yeah.
I just smile every time I've seen it. The dad was on CNN after this. He's kind of been making the rounds. And then there's this. They put him in a commercial, like a little commercial with him and his son.
Smart.
Cashing in.
Well, I brought you here to find out what's going on in your life. What's going on in your life, huh?
Yeah. I heard that kid's become a real jerk.
Really?
You know what's awesome is that he's capitalizing on this. Not capitalizing, but he's really tapped into his son's a talker, and he has conversations with people, and I love that it's back and forth. We used to do this with my little boy who did a lot of gibberish.
Yeah.
And it was fun. It was fun and funny. And I do have to say, this guy's name is DJ Pryor. He is a comedian.
Yeah.
So it was perfect for this, and he says in interviews that he does this a lot with several of his kids, and you just never know. He thought he'd get some likes from friends and family on Facebook. He never thought it would go viral.
You never know what's going to happen.
I like
on
his
social.
patience. I might employ that here at work. That kind of conversation.
That's also how Jason and I talk to people at work. Oh yeah,
Yeah. You guys let it be silent for a really long time, and then it gets awkward, and people say something, and then typically regret it later, and it's a whole thing. So, all right, guys, great topics. Thanks so much for being here. And thank you guys for watching at home. Remember, you can get in on the conversation. Just follow us at City of Las Vegas and use the hashtag TrendingVegas. You can also find us on YouTube, Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon. We also want to mention that you should check out our Vegas TMI podcast. Shane heads that up. It's definitely a lot of great things you need to know about the City of Las Vegas. All right, that's going to do it for us. Have a great day, everyone.